Hey, what's up, everybody? So I want to do a video on picking the right firearm for you. I have a variety of options to choose from, like everyone else does. But when I decide to pick a firearm and purchase it so that I'm going to utilize it for training purposes, I'm going to utilize it for home defense, self-defense, store defense, or practice or training or long gun shooting, there is always a purpose for why I buy a gun. Sometimes it's because it's just cool. With that being said, as you know, I'm an NRA instructor, but one of the things that I do to separate myself from other FFLs is sit down and meet with my students and customers and talk about their purchase. Sit down and talk to them about why they're purchasing, what is it intended for. So there is a guideline that the NRA put out that many of us use during our trainings. The first one is, and I have a cheat sheet notes here, intended use of the firearm. It says pistol, but let's say firearm. So my first firearm I bought with the idea of protecting myself and others. At the time, it was a Springfield XD chambered in 9mm. If you didn't know, I managed retail, Sam's Club specifically, and they were not allowing me to carry a firearm in their store, and I didn't have a car at the time. So I quickly transitioned really fast to recreational. And at the time I was shooting a Walther P22. Notice the Walther P22 was for target practice because the ammunition is cheap and affordable. It allows me to spend more time at the range without spending more money. So let's jump more into detail. For my everyday carry, as you may or may not know, that I've had talked about multiple times to many people, is the SIG. Yes, every firearm in this video has been cleared. See my skin through that chamber, through the mag well. I carry the SIG 365 XL, CT compliant. I have to abide by the laws as well, with some exceptions. Wink, wink. The perks of being an FFL. There, on top of this is a 507K. Yes, I'm not particularly a fan of tact lights or weapon lights on a firearm for this. This is what I carry throughout the day. I don't need anything extra. I can see, I have 20/20 vision. If I find myself going down a dark alley, I am a fool because it's not something I will do. In my home, may I? Yes, I may or may not. But for all intents and purposes, this is my everyday carry. I say that to say, recently, I built this beautiful, gorgeous, see my skin in there? Yes, it's cleared. Chamber is empty, firearm safe. I built this beautiful 300 Blackout on a nothing but other Bullseye low receiver. It is suppressed, and that feature is up there. If you know, you know. If you don't, contact me and find out. Omega 36 cam. The thing is nuts. It is fun, it's a blast, and it gets the job done. I have a flashlight on it because I initially built it with the intentions of being in my home to protect myself. Now, this is affordable. This, if I didn't build it, can be a little pricey, right? So that's the next thing that you have to be mindful of. What is your pocketbook or wallet like? What does it cost? Can you afford it? If not, you can always put it on layaway. Yes, we do that as well. Shameless plug. I say all that again. Reputable companies, hence Bullseye LLC, reputable. Yes, I am. I get busy. I say that as well to say that I am transitioning to this bad boy. And yes, see my skin, my yellow skin. You see it. See that house in 507K? And no, I'm not pointing a gun at myself. It is at an angle. This is a dope site. Can't wait to review it and put it to its paces. I am not putting this into my EDC. This is not why this was bought. This is not why I'm building this out to my specification. This will now be my nightstand gun once I complete it. The cool thing about it is, if you don't know, the Echelon has a grip module platform where the fire control unit can be taken out, and for my smaller hands I can reach the trigger with no problem. I did add a tack light because if something happens at night in my home, I want to be able to see. I am a huge advocate for telling people to just turn on your lights in your house, but if that's not an option, be that as it may. But this is a target. Shoot at the light. That's why I'm not a big fan of it. But I digress. Something fancy is going to go up here. I haven't decided what it is yet. And finally, if anybody knows a small business who is really good at making custom holsters, although I do not plan on carrying this, I am going to train with this. So therefore, I want a solid, legit quality holster to carry this firearm. This video is getting long. I will continue. This may be something that will end up being on YouTube. If you only get to see the short version, the rest will be on YouTube because I will continue to do this video. Next thing, availability, price, and ammo. 9mm. It is one of the most, if not the most popular handgun round out today currently. Again, 9mm, same platform. One of the reasons why I decided to not bring this home is because 300 Blackout is expensive, and it's probably only going to get worse with everything that's going on in the ammo industry due to our president and everything that's happening around the world right now. The arrow, wow, the fit, let's just say the fit. This firearm fits my hand beautifully. It is why I carry it. The only downside about this firearm that I dislike and will encourage SIG to do is to make it fully ambidextrous. I need a slide lock or slide release on this firearm. Also, I am a fan of Springfield despite the controversy. They did this Echelon all right. See where that slide stop is? Or that slide release is? My short thumb is able to hit it and release it. It is on both sides of the firearm. The magazine release is on both sides of the firearm. I am left-handed. This gun works for me and someone who's right-handed. The only gripe that I currently have about this firearm is that it is big as hell. It was designed to be a duty pistol. I'm not a duty type of guy. I am a EDC carry, everyday civilian like everyone else is. What I'm saying, whether it's SIG, whether it's Glock, maybe not Glock, but SIG, Springfield, if you guys come out with an Echelon and a Hellcat hybrid, meaning a smaller size, modular, pistol mounted optic ready or optic ready, threaded barrel, and fully ambidextrous on both sides, you have a hit. You have a hit out of the park, and you have a buyer in me. I will buy it. I will push it because it makes sense for me and the other individuals I train that are left-handed. Sight. That's where my gripe is. Size. I will shoot the crap out of this gun. I do not plan on carrying it because it is too big. Make it smaller. They're both good reputational companies with huge aftermarket support. This one has huge aftermarket support. Obviously, AR-15, probably second to none with aftermarket support outside of Glock. And I have a really good feeling. My gut is telling me this is going to also have a huge aftermarket support. I'm quite sure there is going to be a number of companies who are going to make grip modules for the Echelon. They made themselves already really aftermarket support friendly by their optic system that is patent pending, one of a kind, allows a bunch of different optics to be placed onto this firearm. Streamlight already has a light, either it's the TLR 8AG or the TLR 7. They fit this. I've already tested it. It is up there. It doesn't move at all. Great job. Haven't decided which can I'm going to put up there yet, but I will, and hopefully that will happen soon. Never had a problem with any of their guns. I own 4 of them. I own the XD chambered in 40, the XD chambered in 45, and the XD chambered in 9. I have the Echelon. I had shot Hellcats. Although they're a little snappy, I still enjoy them. I manage the recoil perfectly fine. Reputable companies are going crazy with aftermarket support for this SIG P365 series. I'm going to sum it up by saying this. I know I'm not big yet, but Springfield, please come out with a version that's smaller than this. I'm looking for probably about a 3.7 inch barrel with a single stack or P365 Evolution type of magazine, similar to the Hellcat. So yes, sum it up, make it simple. Give me a Hellcat Echelon hybrid, and we're off to the races. As always, stay safe, and you know the slogan, safety is our ammo.